Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Big announcement in Midland. Guess what? We're going to get the first Taco Bell in West Australia. So put us on the map. But look, fantastic news. It's going to be on Great Eastern Highway there, I understand. Possibly where Red Dot used to be, along the highway there near KFC. So it's something to look forward to and certainly puts us on the map for something else, which is great. More importantly, from a business point of view, this means that international businesses or franchises are investing in the area, and that's really, really important. That sort of follows some of the conversations I've had with Mike Palmer in our commercial and industrial division, saying that the inquiry for small office space and retail space has improved considerably in recent times, particularly people seeking workshops, etc. So if you've got any premises out there that need to tend to give Mike Palmer a ring at commercial and industrial, pretty busy, and probably the busiest we've seen for a number of years. Now, getting back to residential. Sales last week, 919. Our stock levels, 8,680. Now that's up slightly on where we were before, up about 4% in the last month in terms of stock levels, but still down 28% on what we were a year ago. Interesting thing though, there's been a spike in unit sales in the March quarter. That was up much higher in terms of growth than houses were compared to a year ago, so that's an interesting move. Obviously, as a lifestyle decision, might be price driven. Obviously, some of the newer developments that are out there as well are starting to kick in as well, but an interesting one. So for those who are out there who've got units for sale, that's certainly encouraging going forward. Just in terms of rentals at the moment, 2,780 out there. That's an increase of about 1% of stock to where we were probably 4 weeks ago, but it's still down 51% on a year ago. So it looks like we're really levelling out sort of these sort of stable sort of figures at the moment. It seemed to be fairly consistent in terms of sales, around about that 900 mark each week, and sort of for the rental market it seems to be sitting around that 2,800 vacant properties in the state. So whether it's a levelling or it's just the level will stay at probably for a while, but something we probably all thought may happen in any case. Now, just overall, inquiry still consistent throughout the hills. I'm speaking to our hills officers, they're still achieving some great pricing out there. So they've had recent sales in the ranges of $600 to $1 million in various properties in the hills. So the money's still out there. Interesting amount of cash deals are being done in recent times, particularly in and around Midland. We've had several cash sales in Midland and in Middle Swan, so that's certainly encouraging. Just proves the money is out there. But overall inquiry from first-time buyers has improved, so we are seeing a pretty consistent inquiry rate, and we're seeing consistent results being achieved. But most importantly, for those who have real estate around the Midland area, we have seen an increase in sales, an increase in inquiry in Midland in general, which is fantastic news for all of us. But just overall, market in itself, like I said, still puttering along, going quite well, and I still think that'll continue for some time. We generally get a little bit of a rush just before June, because sort of people, investors do tend to leap in before June 30. Our settlement agency at the moment is incredibly busy. Sam and the team of Plush Your Settlements have been absolutely flat out, so and we're getting a lot of outside business outside of Midland, which is great for the team, obviously doing a fantastic job. And Plush Your Settlements down in Shea, they've been absolutely flat out. In fact, it's been probably the busiest last 2 months that we've seen probably for about 5 to 6 years. So momentum is still out there, things are still happening. It's all very, very encouraging, but obviously the West Australia economy, I think, is probably going to change gears in the next 6 to 12 months again, and I think we're going to see consistent growth in our economy, which is positive for all of us. As we know, this weekend, many families will stop and remember those who have passed during the wars, with Anzac Day coming up. To those who will be marching, those families who get together, and the veterans who get together to share a memory or two, thoughts are with you all, and thank you to all those who've served our country in the various wars. Being the grandson of a First World War veteran who sadly lost his leg in that war, and having other relatives, an uncle and a brother-in-law who've also served, thoughts are with you all. And again, thank you to all those who've served our country proudly, and thoughts with all the families for this weekend. In the meantime, if you want to know anything more about real estate, go to realestateplus.com.au.